I think we can all agree when I say South Africa is a masterclass in political theater. It's nothing but a circus with microphones. It's a soap opera with parliamentary chairs. And right now, with one of the latest episodes, it features Ronald Lamola, South Africa's Justice Minister, professional applause collector, and part-time ANC fire extinguisher. Now, if you've never heard of him, I really envy you because he does no benefit to my life whatsoever by knowing him. He is simply nothing but one of the crybaby ministers who point to apartheid when asked about something. Why do I say that? He called Trump a white supremacist because Trump doesn't agree with the ANC's tactics, strategies, and revolutionary rhetoric. And because in this country, if someone criticizes the ANC, whether they're a billionaire, a journalist, a taxi driver, or the guy selling fat cook in the corner, the ANC has a template response. You're racist for criticizing us. You hate black people. You're undermining transformation, right? Just like how they call us xenophobic when we say, why are there so many illegal immigrants selling drugs? It's their favorite Uno reverse card. But let's be honest. Lamola didn't call Trump a white supremacist because he's deeply concerned about racism in the world. Please. The ANC sits at the same table as dictators, Iranian warlords, and governments accused of ethnic cleansing. They hosted Omar al-Bashir, a man literally wanted for genocide, and gave him VIP protection. But suddenly Trump is the problem? He's not. Trump is just not useful to them. Trump is not an ANC cater who's going to do whatever they say. He's not emotionally invested in their struggle theater. He doesn't sing Kill the Boy in stadiums. He doesn't play with the victim of colonial oppression storyline. The ANC doesn't have any dirt on Trump so that they can control him. Jeffrey Epstein does, and he's dead. And the ANC cannot stand people who judge them by results, because what results do they have? Load shedding, collapsed municipalities. They've got mass unemployment. They've got corruption that is so bad, even FIFA would be ashamed of it. A currency that is falling faster than voter turnout is only the rand. We've got youth unemployment at Third World War levels. So yeah, Trump has some dirt, but hey, the ANC is just S tier when it comes to dirt. They'd be the last to criticize him. So what do they say when someone like Trump criticizes them? White supremacist. It's lazy. It's old. It's the kind of tactic when a party member runs out of ideas. So the real issue here is when the ANC makes it look like these facts are attacks. Because we need to talk about the thing you asked. The question that South Africans whisper privately, but are terrified to say publicly. Am I a racist? Let's say me. Am I a racist for calling out the crime patterns in South Africa, saying most robbers are black? And the answer is simple. Talking about crime is not racism. Talking about crime statistics is not racism. The black criminals don't stand for all the black people, right? Talking about the border issues is not xenophobic. Facts are not racist. Data is not racist. Your lived experience is not racist. I'm not a feminist when I say a dude should be the head of the household. Being a racist is using skin color instead of a system. And South Africa has systems, not races, producing criminals at a scale. Public schools that fail have 80% of children as black, zero economic opportunity, 33% unemployment, collapsed policing, no consequences for violent crime. You've got open borders that criminal syndicates exploit, hijacked buildings in Hillbrow and Yeovil, a government that rewards corruption because they're giving 360 million rand tenders to drug kingpins like Vusi Muzikat Matlala. Those are not even my words, those are his words, because Matlala just confessed in the Matlanga Commission. You can listen to the entire 3-hour footage in the SABC News, or you can look it up on YouTube, because he realized even the corrupt cops can't protect him anymore. Because in the end, everybody is for himself if they're corrupt. Is this a racial issue? No, it's a government issue. This is what happens when the state collapses. Crime in South Africa correlates far more with poverty, inequality, unemployment, and government failure rather than race. But the ANC doesn't want you to talk about that. You see, they hate young people like me. They hate young men like me. They want you to blame colonialism forever. They want you to be too scared to speak. They want you to silence yourself. So when someone from outside Trump looks at this and says this is bad, they'll say, no, he's a white supremacist. Don't listen to him. Get back to doing what you were doing. Studying so that you don't work in the end. You've got criminal networks operating freely inside South Africa. And then when you ask the serious questions like, who allowed this? Why is this happening? Somebody got to be funding these people because they can't print money out of the air. The answer is the same, ANC. And if you say that, you're a racist. South Africans are also terrified of another word. Things like being a white supremacist and xenophobic. It's the ANC's second favorite weapon after racist. If you talk about why we suck at border control, they'll call you xenophobic. If you talk about foreign-run criminal networks in this country, like the Russia job scams, they'll call you xenophobic. If you say South Africa can't absorb unlimited undocumented migrants, like the Palestinian refugees, you're xenophobic. Meanwhile, this is the same ANC that lectures you about Pan-African love and sends the army to borders when elections come. Suddenly, they care about illegal immigration when it's elections, but only when they need votes, though. It only counts when you need votes. Here's the truth every politician is too afraid to say. Crime, poverty, all of that in South Africa has multinational players. Some are South African, some are foreign nationals, some are immigrants, some are citizens. Crime doesn't wear a passport, crime wears opportunity. Land expropriation without compensation doesn't wear a passport. I don't want to go a little off topic here because I'm noticing as I keep talking about Lamola, I'm moving into the whole illegal immigrants in South Africa rabbit hole. I don't want to get to that. That's personally another video for another day. I just want to address this fact that your Minister of Justice calls the US president, someone who's banking his G20 summit, a white supremacist. So that's why Trump left the G20 and Argentina and Mexico and Russia and China, because they're all supremacists. They're all racists. Not because the ANC is doing anything bad with South Africa. Not because the ANC keeps pulling the racist, apartheid, apologist, colonial sympathizer card so easily. Not because of any of that. No, it's because they're racists. Because in the ANC's world, everybody is wrong except the ANC. In the ANC's world, change is good as long as the ANC is on top. It's either the ANC's way or the highway. And if you don't agree with them, you better hit the road, buster, because the ANC is the GNU. And the GNU runs South Africa. So there you have it, folks. Your Minister of Justice called the president of one of the most powerful countries in the world a white supremacist because that US president called out the fact that we are taking people's land, we're killing our farmers, and our crime rates are so high. The stoners who smoke in the parks would be proud. The moment a country stops arguing and debating and starts pulling race cards and starts hiding the fact that 500 billion rand was missing from COVID funds, trains are being stolen, coppers being sold from police officials, Eskom mafias, water crises, border collapse, EWC, unemployment crisis, farmers, collapsing education system, rejecting the African refugees, ANC ministers with Dubai properties, and warlords, looting of SOEs, assassinations, crime explosion, aka DJ somebody, Summer Sambit got shadow banned. You gotta realize there's something wrong. Something wrong. So what's my point? My point is this. If you joined Minister Lamola about calling Trump a white supremacist, if you joined Minister Lamola in immediately pulling out the race card when he reasonably called our country out without hate speech, called our country out for its inefficiencies, I don't know. Is it Trump that's the racist? Or is it you that just doesn't want to agree with anyone but wants to agree with yourself? I'll see you next time.